Hello everyone, welcome back to the Margdarshak YouTube channel. So as you people are aware that we are doing the quick revision series for our upcoming CDS and CAPF examination. This is not for CDS and CAPF only. You can, if you are preparing for SSC, banking or state PCS or civil services, then you can also refer this. This is a quick revision series that will help you in any examination that you are going to appear. Okay, so today we are moving with the next episode of our polity revision through the articles. So in this we are done with the two episode, and this is the third episode. We are already done with the 75 articles. Okay, so today we are moving toward the 76th article. So today we are come with some mind map that I used while I was studying for the I was studying the polity, so that I used today in this lecture. So if you feel this helpful, then let me know in the comment section, so that from the next sessions I will coming with this mind map series. Okay, with through the mind map. Okay, so let's begin with today's. We are already done with the 75 articles. Let's move toward the 76. Basically we are, those who don't know, let me tell you that as we are already done with the fundamental duties, fundamental rights, DPSPs, citizenships, citizenship. Now next we are moving toward the union. Basically, for there are five chapters of the union. First is executive, second is parliament, third is legislative power of president, fourth is the union judiciary, and fifth is the comptroller and auditor general. So we are already done with the executive part, है ना. We are doing the executive part. In this we are already done with the president and vice president, then council of ministers. I will upload this PDF in my Telegram channel. You can join there. The link will be provided in description. Okay, so you can join there. Okay, next we are doing with the attorney general of India. So basically attorney general of India 76th आर्टिकल में मेंशन है, इज ये अपॉइंट किए जाते हैं प्रेसिडेंट के द्वारा, and he is qualified, the qualification, he is qualified to be judge of the, to be appointed as the judge of Supreme Court. His duties are basically legal advice, to give legal advice to the government and other legal duties. He has the right to audience in all the courts and hold the office during the president with the pleasure, and remuneration determined by the president. Okay, so that is about the attorney general. You have to remember this. Okay, and you may directly find question in your upcoming examination that who appoint the attorney general of India, and qualify what like, you know, what is his qualification, do he is able to, do he has right to be audience in the whole in the courts. Okay, so that is, you can remember from this mind map. Okay, next we are doing with the conduct of the government business. It is mentioned in article 77 and 78. So 77, article 77 is the conduct of the duties of government, and article 78 is the duties of the prime minister to the president, that are mentioned in article 78. They are quite important, duties are quite important, you have to remember these. Okay, so basically the duties of the president. Okay, so here it is the duties क्या है प्रेसिडेंट की, कम्युनिकेट करता है डिसीजंस ऑफ द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर. बेसिकली ये ब्रिज का काम करता है. इट वर्क एज अ ब्रिज बिटवीन द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स एंड प्रेसिडेंट. ओके, next is the furnish information from the council of ministers to president of India, then submit matters to the council regard consideration. Okay, so that is the roles and duties of the prime minister to the president that are mentioned under the article 78. Okay, and article 77 says the conduct of business of the government. Okay, next we are moving towards the next series, that is about the parliament. We are moving toward the parliament. In the parliament we are first moving toward the general. So in general we are going to discuss the constitution of parliament, that is mentioned in article 79. So it has constitute, मतलब कि पार्लियामेंट का किस किस से मिलके बनाया है. सो बेसिकली पार्लियामेंट इज कंसिस्ट ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट, काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स, sorry, council of state, that is Rajya Sabha, and house of the people, that is Lok Sabha. This question is asked multiple times in CDS, PYQ of CDS, NDA, CAPF, ये CAPF, NDA सबका PYQ है ये वाला. So please remember इसमें Constitution of India, that is Article 70 under 79 के अंदर mentioned है. So in this, President, Council of Ministers, Council of State, and people, House of the People, all three are the मतलब की part of the Parliament. Okay. Oh. And next is the composition of the Council of State. Council of State का composition, that is mentioned in Article 80. तो here 12 nominated members by the president. Special knowledge होता है, that is the literature, science, arts, social service. So basically यहाँ पे in PYQs there was a question that may also mention instead of social service there are the administrative service on the civil services. So that is not, here is social service. Next is the maximum 238 representative from the state or UTs, and 12 are nominated. So total there are 250 members. Okay. नेक्स्ट है इलेक्टेड बाय द लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली, है ना. असेंबलीज प्रोपोर्शनल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स, लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबलीज ऑफ स्टेट्स, है ना. So that is about the composition of the state council of the state, that is under Article 80. Next is the composition of the House of People, Article 81. So basically it mentioned about the maximum state is strength is 5, 30 from the states directly election, and maximum 20 from the union territories, that is are 550. Okay. So allocation and allocation of the seats based on the population. So basically there was 550 two seats, है ना. But and in which 530s are from state and 20 are from UTs and 20 are elected from the UTs, and there were two people who are nominated, है ना. But after the amendment, I think in 2020, I think in 2019, the two are not part now two are getting not getting representation. Okay. So basically there are 550 now, there are 550 members. Okay, seats. So allocation of the seats based on the population hota hai. Next is the, okay, let me just clean them. Okay. Next is the readjustment after each census, that are Article 82. Okay. Duration of the House of Parliament, Article 83. Okay. Council of State not subject to dissolution. Upper House hai, sorry, okay, upper house hai. So basically it is not subject to dissolution, and there was a convention that 1/3 of the members will retire every 2 years. Okay. So that's the next is the House of the People, where they are mentioned for they are elected for the terms of 5 years unless dissolved sooner. Yani ki they can be dissolved, the council, the parliament, the House of the People can be dissolved earlier before completion of their period. Okay. Next is the qualification of the members, Article 84. So qualification of members are under Article of 84 में mentioned है, that are citizen of India, oath and affirmation. Okay. Council of Ministers में minimum age 30 है, House of People में minimum age 25 है, and other qualification by the parliamentary laws, like he is not possessing any office of the profit. Okay. So sessions prorogation and dissolution, Article 85. So basically president summon house, maximum 6 months between there is maximum time of or duration of 6 months between two sessions. It should not be exceeded. Okay. So president prorogue and dissolve the House of the People. Okay. So next is the right of the president to address and send message, that is under Article 86. Special address by the president under Article 87. It is the first session of the general election and first session of every of each state. So this mind map will help you in revising the polity in the last minute, like when you are jaded with everything, and then you can just go open this and you can revise this. You will directly found 5 to 10 questions, 5 to 7 questions. I will bet that you will find direct questions from this mind map series, 5 to 7 direct questions. Okay, in your upcoming CDS or CAPF examination. So you can follow this blindly. Okay, I have experience in that, and I have worked upon it thoroughly. So you can follow me. Okay. Next is the right of ministers and attorney general in the house, that is Article 88. that is right to speak and participate, and not entitled to vote. That is the right of ministers and attorney general in the house, है ना. That is article 88 के अंदर mention है. It is right to speak and participate, not entitled to vote. Okay. Next we are the officers of the parliament के बारे में we will discuss. That is the chairman and deputy chairman of the. Okay, so the chairman and deputy chairman of the council, that is article 89, है ना. The vice president is the official chairman, है ना, of the council of the state, under mention किया गया under article 89. So next is the vacation, resignation and removal of the deputy chairman, article 90. Power of the deputy chairman and or others to act as a chairman, article 91. Okay, chairman, deputy chairman not to preside during the removal consideration, article 92. Speaker and deputy speaker of the house, mentioned in the article 93. Okay, vacation, resignation, okay, removal of the speaker, deputy speaker, that is mentioned in article 94. Then after the power of the deputy speaker and others to act as a speaker, that are mentioned in article 95. Speaker and deputy speaker not to be presided during the removal consideration, that is article 96. So during the removal consideration, the speaker can sit in the parliament as a member of sit in the Lok Sabha or the house of the peoples, because he is also part of this house. Okay. So next is the salaries and allowances. Chairman, deputy chairman, speaker, deputy chairman, mentioned in the article 97. Secretariat of the parliament, that is also mentioned in article 98. Okay. Next we are moving toward the conduct of the business. So basically oath and affirmation of members, that is mentioned in article 99. Then after voting in the house and house vacancies and quorum, that is are mentioned in article 100. Okay. Next is the disqualification of the members. So basically disqualification of members is mentioned in the anti-defection law, that is mentioned in the part, I think, 10. Okay. So you can remember that vacation of the seat, article 101. Okay. Disqualification of members, article 102. Decision on the disqualification of the question, that is article 103. Penalty for sitting and voting when qualified, not qualified or disqualified, that is article 104. You have to remember this disqualification articles कौन सा है, 103. Here the final authority of giving the judgment is on the speaker of the house. Okay, to disqualify anyone. Okay. Next is the power, privileges and community immunities. Okay. So in this power, privileges etc of the house member of the member and committee, mentioned under article 105. Salaries and allowances of the members, that is mentioned in 106th article. Okay. Next is the legislative procedure, that is the introduction and the passing of the bill, that is mentioned in 103rd at 107th article. Joint sitting of both the houses in certain cases, that is article 108. So now it's your duty to tell me in the comment section that ki money bill is can for money bill there can be any joint sitting. Okay. money bill के लिए joint sitting हो सकती है क्या, you have to mention in the comment section. Okay. So you don't have to google it, you have to give your raw answer, that what you have knowledge, what you have, that is knowledge, because you have very less time for your upcoming examination. If you are not able to recall this, then you have to prepare very thoroughly for your upcoming examination. Okay. So next is the special procedure for money bill, that is mentioned in the article 109. Okay. Definition of money bill, that is an article 110. Then after the assent to the bill, that is article 111. Okay. Next is the procedure for financial matters से related procedure है. So here annual financial statement, that is the budget, that is mentioned under article 112. Procedure with respect to estimate, that is mentioned under article 113. Next is the appropriate bill, that is mentioned under article 114. Then supplementary, additional and excessive grant, that is mentioned under 115 article 15th article. Then vote on account, vote on credit and exceptional grant, that is mentioned under article 116. Okay. a special provision for the financial bill that is mentioned under article 117. Okay, next is the procedure. Generally, so procedure क्या होता है generally? So rule of the procedure that is mentioned under article 118. Then after the regulation by law of the procedure in financial business that is mentioned under article 119. The language to be used in the parliament under article 120. Restrictions on the discussion in the parliament that is mentioned under article 121. Then after the court do not to inquire in the parliamentary proceedings that is mentioned under article 122. Okay, next is the chapter 3, that is the legislative power of the president. So legislative power of the president is power to emulate ordinate ordinances during parliamentary recess that is under article 123. Okay, then establish and constitute establishment and constitution of the Supreme Court that is mentioned under article 124. So here chief justice and other justice, there are a strength of 134 judges, one chief justice, and 33 are the मतलब कि judges of Supreme Court. Then after appointment of the by the president होता है, by warrant होता है, hold office until 6 year to 65 years age, resignation to the president. Okay, removal by the impeachment, parliamentary address होता है ना. So there is impeachment process for the Supreme Court. Okay, judges and Supreme Court chief justices. Okay, qualification of the judges for judges appointment. Then after the oath before the president. Okay, no pledging or acting after the holding office. There is there are restrictions on their working after their they get retired from their office. Okay, and their resignation, they resign to the president, and they can be removed by the impeachment procedure by the parliament, by any of the house. Okay, this can be initiated in any of the house. Okay, next is the national judgment judicial appointment commission that is mentioned under article 124A. Okay, composition senior जैसे कि है ना NJS में कंपोजिशन है CGI होता है, 2 सीनियर मोस्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट जज, यूनियन लॉ मिनिस्टर एंड 2 एमिनेंट पर्सन्स. ओके, functions of the commission under article 124B. So basically recommend appointment for chief justice, Supreme Court judges, high court judges, high court chief justice and high court judges. Recommend transfers, high court chief justice and high court judges. Ensure ability and integrity. Okay, next is the power of the parliament to make laws under article 124C, that is regulate appointment procedure, empower commission to lay down regulation. Okay, so next is the salary etc for the judges, that is salary allowances that is mentioned under article 125. Their appointment of the acting chief justice. Okay, that is mentioned under the article 126. Then appointment of ad hoc judges under article 127. Appointment of retired judges at the Supreme Court that is mentioned under article 128. Supreme Court to be a court of record that is mentioned under article 129. Power to there, like Supreme Court have power to punish for the contempt. Okay, contempt can be divided into civil and criminal contempt. Okay, next is the seat of the Supreme Court under article 130. Next is the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court under article 131. Okay, so basically original jurisdiction of Supreme Court क्या होता है? There is the dispute between government of India and state, or dispute between that 2 or more states. Okay, that is the original jurisdiction. Then after the appellate jurisdiction of from high courts, high court certain cases that is under article 132, that is the substantial question of law, interpretation of the constitution. Okay, so that is mentioned under article 133. Next, article 133 mentioned about the appellate jurisdiction from हायर कोर्ट, यानी कि हायर को मतलब कि हाई कोर्ट से अपील कर सकता है, हाई कोर्ट के बाद में अपील कर सकता है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में फॉर द सिविल मैटर्स अंडर आर्टिकल 133. दैट इज द सब्सटेंशियल क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ ऑफ जनरल इंपॉर्टेंस Then next is the appellate jurisdiction from high courts, criminal matters under Article 134. Okay. Next is the certificate for appeal for to Supreme Court under Article 134A. Next is the jurisdiction and powers of the federal court exercisable by Supreme Court under Article 135. Special leave to appeal by the Supreme Court under Article 136. Review of the judgment orders by the Supreme Court under Article 137. Or enlargement of the Supreme Court jurisdiction, that is 138. Conferment of the power issued certain writs, that is uh, Article 139. Okay. Next, the transfer of certain cases, Article 139A. Ancillary powers of Supreme Court, that is mentioned under Article 140. Okay. Next is the law declared by Supreme Court binding to on all the courts, that is mentioned under Article 141. Enforcement of the decree and order, that is Article 130, 142. Okay. That is important. Power of the president to consult Supreme Court, that is quite in the news because there was some a statement from the president of India, that is Draupadi Murmu, and because that is related to the Article 130, 143, so this is important for your upcoming examination. Okay, so you can triple star it, and you have to remember under Article 143 there is Supreme Court have consult, like the power of the president to consult to Supreme Court. Okay, any matter of court. Okay. Next is the civil and judicial authorities to aid Supreme Court, that is under Article 144. Next is the rule of the court, etc. under Article 145. So basically, regulation of the practice and procedure, minimum 5 judges for constitutional interpretation case. Okay. Officers and servants expenses of the Supreme Court, that is under Article 146. है ना? Supreme Court have powers to appoint servants and officers for themselves. Okay. Next, the interpretation under Article 147. Okay. Next, we are moving toward the chapter 5, that is the CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So basically, it mentioned under Article 148, the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, appointed by the President, removed by the Supreme Court, removed like the Supreme Court judges, oath before the President होता है, salary and condition determined by the Parliament, and no not eligible for further go office after retirement. Okay, that is the CAG. CAG is very powerful post, है ना? It audit account of the government of India as well as the states. Okay, so next is the duties and powers of CAG, that is under Article 149. Okay, so you have to remember form of the account of union and state under Article 150. Next is the audit report under Article 151. To President, union account laid before Parliament. To Governor, state account laid before state legislature. So that is the power of the CAG, है ना? So as you aware that this mind map series may helped us in revising better and revising fast. So I advise you, please revise this, please watch this session complete, and then after go to the Telegram channel, download this PDF, and you have to revise it again and again, so that in your examination time you will remember these things, and with the minimum knowledge we can maximize our scores with the practice and with the perfect and data that we have to remember. Okay, so that is the session for today. We will meet tomorrow with the next set of the topics, next set of the questions, set of the articles that we will discuss. And let me know in the comment section that which of the following method you like you do you like this mind map series, or do you like this like that previous episode 2 PDF series through the PDF, or the episode 1, that is the PPT. So what you want? Okay, let me know in the comment section. According to that we will continue this session. Okay, so that is the high yielding topic that we are doing right now. So without wasting any time, we will end today's session, and we will meet tomorrow with the next certain articles. So thank you. Jai Hind.